There are times that I'm still reflecting on my race, even though this happened in October. And do you know what I keep reflecting on? I keep reflecting on all the barriers I hit while I was training for this race. I keep thinking about how many times I've tried to do a goal and I've always pulled back the minute I hit some of the barriers. And this time I was so determined with this race that I think the barriers made me stronger. Like, I think they helped me get to the finish line. So my question to you ladies is, what are your feelings with, do you guys hit barriers when you're going after something you really want?
I kind of want to, so give me an example of what you experienced. So I know exactly what you're talking about. So you're saying barriers. So you have this goal, your dream.
Okay, let's talk about, I talked a little bit about in August when I went up to do the pre-training.
Okay.
And I couldn't do the loops 3 times like they wanted me to. Like, I had an upset stomach. I had problems with my knees. And people are like, well, that's something that happened to your body. That's still a barrier. I had to figure out how to get around it.
Right. So there was this physical thing that was going to impact your race. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be mental. It's just a obstacle or barrier in your way. Right. Okay.
Yeah. So I think sometimes that might happen to us. And we think like there are times where I would have the mindset of, see, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I shouldn't, maybe it's too hard. I shouldn't be doing this. When I think sometimes it's just whatever, throwing them out there to prove to you that you are strong enough. What are your guys' thoughts?
I think I have barriers every day.
Well, we did. All right, we were delayed a half hour because we couldn't get my internet to work. So that was a barrier.
There's a barrier. We worked through it. No, I have a lot of because I'm doing I don't want to say pivot. I don't think that's the right word. I'm really zoning into where I want to go. And so it's like, yes, yes. And then all of a sudden just something stops. Usually it's a mental thing. And I just go, this sucks. I can't do this. And I just, I kind of get a little, oh, Tracy, poor you. And then I go, what are you talking about? Stop it and, do whatever I do to, usually it's play loud music and sing really loud, but.
But it's
true. I physically need to get my energy out. I think I've recognized that too.
Yes. Yes. I think that's the caveat to this. I think it's a strength building without us even knowing it. I don't know, Tracy E., what do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's why we often throw in the towel, I think, is on the goals, is because we create a goal and we think, oh, okay, I want to do this thing, whatever it is. And then we sort of think that the path is going to be clear all the way to the end zone. And of course it isn't. Like, we are constantly being given obstacles to maneuver around and to figure out. And I like looking at them, like when they come up, it's like, so are you serious or no?
Yeah.
Like, is this going to stop you? Yeah. Are you really serious about wanting to do this thing?
Yeah. I love that analogy with it, because that was kind of when I was in the Baltimore airport, because I had a stop in Baltimore from Vermont, and I had like a 5-hour layover, and I was sore from the workout. So I was constantly walking to move my body. And that was like I was crying like, see, this isn't meant for me. And then it was Tracy G, what you were saying, oh, poor pity you, Michelle. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. How bad do you want this?
Mm.
Like, how bad do you really want to go for
Yeah.
this?
And I think it is fortuitous. What a great word that is. I think it is fortuitous when you create a goal to be able to look from here to the end zone and try to anticipate what barriers you are going to be met with in advance, right? Because you know that that's going to happen, right? It's an inevitability, right? You want to do something, you have a timeline on it, and life is going to get in the way. You're going to get sick maybe, or the kids get sick, and so all of a sudden things that you had planned aren't going to unfold in exactly that perfect nice little package that we all hope it's going to work with. And I think the more we can anticipate, this could happen, this could happen, this could happen. What am I going to do? How do I handle those situations along the way? The better off you're going to be, because when they come up, you've already got a plan for what to do when they show up in your life. I mean, there's always going to be the ones that we don't know. But again, that's when it comes down to, okay, are we really serious about this goal? Do I really want this?
Yeah.
I love that. Are you really serious? But in my case, it's like, so now the obstacle shows up, whatever that is. And then there's the beat down where you go, the obstacle. Now I'm going to sit in it where it's like, oh, I don't deserve this, or whatever the hell whatever thoughts you're saying in your world. And then you've got to get through it. So it's all this energy. And like I said, I'm doing a slight, not anything big, slight changes here and there, which are pushing me out of my comfort zone, which are taking up energy. And then it's like kind of life goes, let's see how serious you are. I love that. How serious are you, Tracy? Are you going to let that get in your way?
Yeah.
And so you sit there and go, yeah, I'm going to let it get in my way. And then you go, no, I'm not. And
yeah,
off you go.
And you know what? There's nothing wrong with a little temper tantrum or pity party in the moment, right? But it's the problem is for a lot of people that pity party becomes, the zone they hang out in, and
It
it's
becomes
like
the decision.
it literally becomes the decision. It's like, I can't do it. I can't do the race. If I'm this sore and I didn't even do the loops and I didn't do this and I didn't do that, then there's no way I'm going to make this race. Instead of going, okay, this is all good information. What is it that I now need to do with this? Because every obstacle you get faced with that you have to maneuver through is information. It's all it is. It's information. It's not about you at all. It's just the information that's being given to you that you can then do something with.
And for Michelle, it was easy because everyone would have supported her and said, physically, you're not, oh, okay, Michelle, it's, it's okay if you decide to not pursue it. They would have totally supported you.
Actually, they wouldn't have, but go ahead.
No, I'm not talking about that inner circle. I'm saying the majority of people.
That's an excellent point, Tracy G. The outer people would have been, oh yes, I see.
Yeah.
But my inner circle,
no,
my support team, because I said that to them. I'm like, what if I called you the next day and said, yep, I'm done? They would have been like, oh heck no. Your butt was going to be at that start line if we had to go to Florida to get you. Like, there was no ifs, ands, or buts. But I think, Tracy E., you say it beautifully. How serious were you? And that's what it was like. Okay, Michelle, you got nauseous. What are you going to put in place for the nausea? So I had Coke, I had peppermint tea, I had peppermint gum to have on the trail, and I had peppermint lifesavers. Right. So that's what I was going to do. Your knee was out of whack. What did you do? My trainer knew all about it. We had a taping. My knees were taped. We had exercises in places. We had stretches in place. So sometimes I think the barriers aren't there to test us. I think the barriers are there to give us the ability to think even deeper into our goal.
Well, I like what Tracy said, where it ties into the information. Those
Right.
barriers gave you the information of
Yes.
what you needed to do, right?
Right. So if I went like that with no problem, and then came the day of the race and I became nauseous, I wouldn't have known what to do. Like I wouldn't have gotten the information. Right. So it
Right.
made me dig deeper
Yeah.
into possibilities of what could go wrong in my race. And during my race, I did have nausea. So I'm climbing the hill and I'm getting nausea. And I'm like, oh, here it comes. Oh, hold on a minute. I put the gum in my mouth. Within 5 minutes, my nausea was gone. I was like 3/4 through the race. I got off the trail. There was nausea again. At this point, it's because I'm sleep deprived and calorie deprived. They had Coke waiting for me. Boom, I went off. Like it is. And I think people, including myself, including you, Tracy G, we need to start celebrating the barriers. Like, okay, let's go. I'm gonna get through this one, like it's information. It's how serious are you?
And
Yeah.
what's it telling me? Yeah.
Mhm.
It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be a negative. It doesn't have
It
to
doesn't.
be. And I think
I
that's
think if
what
you
you're
know
trying
what,
to point out, Tracy, is that instead of going, I'll take me for example, boo-hoo, what's going on? Poor me. I go, oh, something's come up. Let's figure what that is and use it as information to, complete my race.
Yes,
yeah,
we're all running a race, one way or
yeah.
another.
Yeah. I would
And
never
I
look
think
at it as information though.
Yeah.
the thing is I think the moment you stop making it mean something about you and your capabilities, and you look at the barrier or the obstacle and how you're going to deal with it with curiosity, it changes how you view the entire thing.
Oh, you're trying to make it fun now.
Well, I don't think it's necessarily has to be fun, but it's like I think what that does, I know for me, the moment I go, okay, this is interesting, and I start off with that sentence, oh, okay, this is interesting. I'm noticing this. What do I need to dig into? What is it that I now need to figure out about this?
Right.
It becomes less about, oh, well, you're just, you can't do it, right? It's like me in technology. I can't do it. I just can't do it, and yet I can do it if I really want to do it, but I don't want to do it. So that's what is interesting. It's like, okay, that's interesting. Exactly what you and Tracy and I were talking about when we were waiting for you, Michelle. It was
Yeah.
like, I just like, I'm like, I can't do tech at all. And like, that's not true. That's not true at all.
And I said,
I
you
don't
don't want to
do
do
it.
tech.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't want to do it. Yeah.
So you're putting some obstacles coming your way, right?
Yeah. So I create the obstacle. I can't do it simply because I don't want to do it. But acknowledging the fact that I don't want to do it and now deciding what do I want to do with that piece of information, then that becomes totally different, right? So I think it's just that constant being curious all the time with what it is that you're, thinking and what happens along that path of the goal.
Yeah. It's funny. So I did write a little sonnet. Why does it feel why does it feel when I hit a momentum, bam, something stands in my way? Oh, I know, it's time to push harder and to dig deeper. But I don't want to. I want to continue in this comfort level that I'm in right now. I'm tired of the barriers. All journeys we are taking are filled with barriers. With each crossing of the barriers comes resilience, appreciation, confidence, and tenacity. The power we obtain from a barrier is more rewarding than the barrier itself.
Yeah, so true. So true.
I don't care what the barrier is, even if the barrier is you had to find a different way to work because you got into a traffic jam. Like when you sit and figure something out, that like gives you power to figure out the next thing. I don't care how big it is or how little it is. It like gives you tools just in that thinking process also.
But you said something really important earlier, Michelle, and that is that you need to celebrate how you actually overcome or get around the obstacles. And we tend not to because we keep thinking about the end zone.
Right.
And so we're not there yet. So we don't celebrate all the things and all the nuances along that pathway. And
Right.
ultimately, I would like to suggest that it is that journey in and of itself that makes the whole experience. The end zone for a lot of people is very anticlimactic. It's like, yeah, I did it. And it's like, oh, I did it. Okay, it's over. Now
Well,
what?
you have to also understand, I saw that really a lot. You see that a lot in a lot of the ultra trail runnings, that when you cross that finish line, it's very anticlimactic. It's like when I crossed my finish line, that was nice. They got my shoes off. They started shoving food in me. And then it was like, okay, you should go home now and go to sleep. Like, that's it. Like, I was like, what? When Amber crossed the finish line at 2:50, everyone congratulated her, turned around and walked away and packed up and went home.
Yeah.
And she was like, we had to pack up our campsite and I had to get her home. So there's a lot of times we put so much thought process in the end of the goal that we forget about the journey.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
also
it's
think
like,
that, I was just going to say that to tie in what you guys were saying, it's going back to that reflecting, like we just push through life. And instead of, like you said, what information am I getting from this obstacle? We're reflecting on our moments in our day and what do they actually mean and how can we use them and leverage them to make tomorrow better, whether it's the race or technology or whatever. And I just like the way you guys have put that together, but it does, which is something we constantly talk about, is reflecting and celebrating our wins and understanding our obstacles or understanding what they mean.
It creates our self-awareness is what it does. It allows us to become more self-aware, and the more self-aware you are, the more resilient you become, the more the more you understand that you truly do have your own back in everything that is going to happen to you.
right.
That we're not reliant on the external things. We do really have it all within ourselves.
And you're in preparation mode. You're prepared for quite a few of those obstacles now because you've reflected or looked and asked yourself, what do they mean? So when they do come up again.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. So what barriers, I'm talking to the viewer right now, what barrier are you facing that you might be struggling to get through? Or what barrier have you gotten through? Let us know, because we would love to hear about it. And what questions do you have about this topic? Please comment below and share this with somebody that you think could be struggling right now with barriers themselves. Make sure you subscribe, like this episode if it really meant something to you, and don't forget to hit notifications so you know when our next one comes out, which is every Thursday up to Wednesday. Wow, I forgot my days of the week. See, I'm so flustered from not being able to get my computer working. Until then, have a great day.
Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you as a regular member of our community.